Hello everyone and welcome to The Life Body Balance by Raina. That's me. Today we're going to be learning how to make ginger tea. It's cold and flu season and this is my go-to recipe whenever I'm feeling sick, a little rundown, or I have a full-blown cold or flu like I just did a couple days ago. And this kicked it right away. So ingredients we're going to need is ginger. You want raw ginger from your local grocery store. You can get it in the produce section. Pretty easy to find. Ginger is really good for anti-inflammatory purposes. So if your sinuses are inflamed, if your throat's inflamed, if your chest is inflamed, it'll really help bring the inflammation down and allow your body to start healing. It also clears all of the micro-circulatory systems in your body, and your sinuses is a huge one. So it's really good for any sinus infections as well. It also is, it aids in digestion. So if you are feeling nauseous, if you have any cramps in your stomach, if you're having gas, this ginger tea will really help. Our next ingredient is raw honey. I encourage you to get raw honey just because if you're getting just the regular honey that's not raw, it's been processed, and a lot of the good things in the honey have been killed in that process. So if you get the raw honey, you're getting the full benefit of the honey. You should be able to find raw honey at your local grocery store. If not, try a health food store. And I always encourage people to go to their local farmer's market. That's where you find the best honey. Honey is really good for a lot of different things. It's antibacterial and anti-fungal. So anything that you have going on, this will really help kill it. Also, it reduces cough and throat irritation. They did a study of 110 children and they gave them buckwheat honey right before bed, and it was more effective in suppressing a cough and letting the child sleep than any of the over-the-counter remedies that they tried. So raw honey does a lot of good. It also has a lot of antioxidants in it, and those will really help your body detox from your cold or flu or whatever ailment you might be having. Sorry, I'm still recovering a little bit myself. So what you're going to do is take your pot. This is the size I use for myself. If you're making it for more than one person, or if you want to make it for a couple days, then maybe get a bigger pot and a little bit more ginger. This is what I use for myself, and it lasts me a good while. Fill it up with nice clean water. Put it on the stove with a lid on it and start to warm it while you chop your ginger. And you can chop your ginger in a few different ways. You can do it into slices and it'll be a lot easier to remove at the end, but if you really want to get all the juice out of the ginger, I recommend doing it in really small slices or putting it in a blender and pureeing it. You don't have to do that. Slicing it is fine too, and I only recommend cutting it into really small pieces if you have something to strain it out with in the end. So chop up your ginger, put it in your pot of water, turn it to high, put the lid on, watch it so that it doesn't boil too long. You only want it to boil for about 30 seconds to a minute. Any longer than that, you're going to start killing the things in the good stuff in the ginger that's actually going to be helping your body. So 30 seconds to a minute is the appropriate time to heat it up enough to release all the goodies, but not long enough to kill them. Turn your burner off once it comes to a boil. Let it sit for about 20 minutes. Go away, do something else, lay down for a little bit. Come back 20 minutes later, your tea will be ready. If it's not warm enough, just heat it up a little bit. Don't bring it to a boil. Just heat it up just a little bit so it tastes good and it's soothing to you. And then you want to add your honey. So you add your honey to your cup of tea. Oh, and of course, strain out any of the big chunks of ginger. Then you add your honey. So I usually use about a tablespoon of honey per cup of tea, and you can use as much as you want. It's going to be really strong. Ginger is kind of spicy, so some people might find this to be a little too strong. If it's so strong you can't drink it, just dilute it a little bit, add some more honey, but it should be really strong. It's medicinal, so you want it to be strong. And just sip on it constantly all day long. You can do other teas in between, but just make sure you're taking it all day long. And soon you'll start to notice your sinuses will start to clear, your throat will start to feel better, your chest might not feel as tight, maybe have a little bit more energy. It'll be really soothing on your body. It's what I've used for the past couple days. And a lot of people have been writing me saying, I've been sick for 2 weeks. What do I do? How do I get better? And with this remedy, I was only sick for about 2 days. So it really, really helps nip it in the butt. It's a natural way. I didn't take anything from over the counter at all. It's just ginger tea and a couple other things. And I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow. So I hope this helps you guys as much as it helps me. Please feel free to comment at the bottom of this video. If you'd like a written out description of the recipe, please go to my Facebook page, The Life. I will also post that below the video so you have quick access to that. Alright, I hope everybody feels good. And if you don't, do ginger tea and look for my videos in the next couple weeks. Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.